Yeah, I mean, Jace is pretty similar.
GenX has a commitment to wanting to be that guy. And he has the highs and he has the lows. And sadly, he's had more lows. But this is a powerhouse champion. And I'm going to be honest.
Positions in these team fights with the Ghost and how he's able to pilot this 80 Kai'Sa build.
And again, this is all on paper, the theory. We'll see if it comes to life as LeBron cheeky ignite there. And the laughing emote. As it looks like the Grubs are going to get taken down at the end. All three for the side of G2 getting those spawns.
Never gets too tanky. And you always have that one-shot win condition. Ooh, that's capture.
Finding out firsthand what I can do. Instant combo. They just point and click him.
And Caps was on a ward.
Well,
he was on a.
Also, Reeker about to stick over to level 11. So if he waits a bit longer and gets level 11 before using that ult, it's going to be up pretty damn fast.
GenX might be in trouble here with Skewmond looking to ulti.
Perhaps GenX trying to get tricky. LeBron on the way, but he's not even needed. The wall is blocking him off. He is just spectating. He just showed up to watch a jungle mid tag team on the top side.
And this is that power of the Pantheon Talia. Utilizing both ultimates, they're able to take down GenX. And I thought maybe SK could hover him to provide some safety so he could catch this top wave, but they don't.
So well deserved, but need to see if he can transition that. Now as he may be caught out. Nice initial setup. Wall coming in as GenX throws down a blast, but it's hitting Hansam on the backside. Luffy not certain if they can follow. Meantime, it's just Bukata getting deleted. Thought they had the angle to force the fight, but G2 were too ready to respond.
Bukata has no ultimate. He's not able to follow up on Loopy's engage, so he just ends up falling down with Caps ulting in. And SK, many questions for them left unanswered as they now lose the Herald. Caps pushes in top, Reeker zoned from the top side as well. And the map is just looking more and more in the favor of G2.
That's terrifying. Just a second ago, we were watching Reeker pull off a successful play, but G2 immediately mirror it and now make a play of their own, punishing SK again for trying to force in the river. As Broken Blade walking face first to Kadui! Oh, that's rough. Tower aggro resets. The might is there. Q flash forward, gets the proc. Pathmaker's his way out. Broken Blade making it clean.
And that's the Cassandra moment right there as he takes down. So now Skewmond looking for Reeker.
Reeker, charm, initial burst. Aegis Assault still there, though, to block follow-up damage. Skewmond manages to sidestep. Now the ult is finally there, but it's a little bit too late. Loopy retreating, trying to protect the team. Bukata in the midst of the fight. Gatling gun poking a bit for Kadui off to the side, but he doesn't do any damage! Broken Blade just getting tickled by this Corki! Now maybe he can escape. Q3 ready to go. Charm, they have so much CC. Now going unstoppable. Pathmaker, such a balance. Riding high, I think, after that solo kill, but still has to be careful. You can see early Last Whisper coming in for GenX. He knows. Summoned. Mid lane likely to break, and this is big if G2 can get the necessary damage down, and they will.
And Altagon being up as well. G2 might just look to pivot into it. But they're taking some poke here. Hurting them out.
Loopy, the flash over the Alistar! It's clean! Bukata now falling over to Hansama off onto the backside of the fight. Skewmond desperately trying to escape. Ulti out from Hansama. He's still living for an extra second, but Bukata finds the kill. GenX now involved as well. The Jace hitting hard. 2 dashes left for Reeker. Ready to follow, ready to go over the wall. Charm not gonna connect, nice sidestep from Broken Blade. That's the clean footwork. SK backing away, but getting the bot lane of G2.
Broken Blade wants to continue going, it looks like. They could have done more, but it's still 2 kills onto G2.
Look back good, GenX is dead.
Hey, GenX!
Woo! And that's a caster curse, folks. We praised them, they had a great fight, and it immediately starts to crumble, although Broken Blade getting chunked out here.
Loopy is moving.
2-item Reeker, they can eventually kill him. I just don't know if they have enough time.
Oh,
be ready.
Is ulting in there.
Reeker now dashing out. Loopy might be the one in trouble. Caps versus Kadui off to the side. Loopy now frontlining. Reeker backstepping to give his support a way to escape. Caps going golden for a second. LeBron ready to go over the wall. LeBron fighting an initial engage. Again, just getting dashed around, trying to use the minion to escape. Kadui already down. Traded for LeBron, so positive for G2 in the end. Armor penetration second, good for GenX, but he still just needs too much friggin' time bot lane, and he doesn't have good info on G2, so he's forced to back away from the tier 1. As Reeker, again, fishing, good reaction on the Aegis Assault. Follow-up knockup, not going to connect, and now it's Loopy who's been pushed away, forced to ult a bit early as Caps.
They can try to enter through both sides here.
Loopy in the pit. No ulti, Q3 ready for Broken Blade. Looking for the pullback, but it won't connect. Some poke from GenX, but not a ton. Drake getting lower. Both teams tied at 2-2. Not much of a fight here. SK can try and
especially from the side of SK. As if they can get this poke. Oh, Broken Blade might have. Oh, he's fine. He's Cassandra, I suppose.
Sticking around.
He's losing a lot of HP, and he does not have the teleport.
This tower is living. It will finally die. The minions. SK didn't want to steal the credit. Didn't want to steal the glory. Minions will finish that one. Bukata.
Reeker pushing up top here as well. So they're able to get now 2 towers, mid and top tower, with Broken Blade being forced to base. Although G2 get full.
It is really bonkers. Why Riot Design? Don't hold that thought. Aegis Assault goes in. Reaper looks at the fall. LeBron now trying to disengage. Decent damage in. Skumon is forced away from the fight briefly. But Kadui now locked up. And G2 has way better follow-up damage. The flick back not going to connect. Kadui burning down to the ignite. LeBron grabbing that kill and Caps. Now on the chase is Hansama. A killer instinct. Determined to find it. Flash forward. Flick back once again will not work. But Hansama.
I thought for sure they would look to send it onto Caps or Hansama always, but they try to burst down Skumon, but he flashes out, and it's a great flash from Lebrov to knock up Kadui, then stun him right after, and then Hansama, he goes God mode, dashes the Reeker charm, gets 3-4 auto attacks in, does a ton of damage. Beautiful.
Good stuff. In the meantime, Audicon also going down in favor of G2. Big boon to have. It's only going to get harder to play this game because Hansama, when this kind of lead, gets to sit back and take his time as Broken Blade feels pretty unkillable. Ahri does true damage, but the only truth is she did.
Yeah, he feels pretty unkillable. He looks pretty unkillable. I think he is pretty unkillable.
Pretty unkillable.
And he takes down Reeker, and now it's Rabidon completed for Caps. Infinity Edge for Hansama. You have to feel that it might just be it for SK.
I don't have to feel anything, but I do feel like this game is over. I do. This is. It,
So you do feel?
I don't. Yeah, but you said you have to. I mean, I don't
You
have
might
to.
have to.
I might have to. It's probably correct to feel that way.
You might be
although
compelled.
I'm certainly compelled to feel that way. Hansama and G2 walking in. Baron down as well, of course, in the previous exchange. So it's only. They get the double super. Midway pushing in with supers already for G2. Broken Blade off to the side, again, relatively unkillable. On the flank, nothing that SK can do. They need to try and find an angle. Caps now on a killing spree. Lebrov going in, finds the 2-man fall from Skumon there. Hansama charmed for a second, but now he just gets to rain hell down on those backliners. SK wanted a third Drake. It was not a good choice.
And G2 showing why they're still a top team. Roadshow be damned as they take down all of SK. And they're taking down the Nexus alongside it.
Impressive stuff. Early game, the lead for Gen X didn't end up mattering. The counter pick for bottom lane did not end up mattering. G2 weathered that storm, found better plays, found better fights.
Now Skumon and Hansama. Skumon building that individual lead, and Hansama great team fighting that really brought it home for G2, taking the series 1-0.
Incredible stuff. Ending on a 10K gold lead. That win in front of a crowd. Feeling good.
Yeah. Caitlyn, it's not quite like a weak side, just leave it be and be done with it type of bot lane, but it's a bot lane that works very well into the short range of SK. Staying one more wave, might be able to crash this and generate a CS lead on mid. Overall, despite the bot lane being quite a disaster with Caitlyn getting the early BF sword and MF only getting
a good value proposition.
Oh, Reaper ulting here to get this top wave. But now he left his team on his lonesome. Gen X also TPing bot as G2 will reclaim the river. But repeatedly here, it's Caps getting out.
Still will need to respect. Oh, but it's Broken Blade and Skumon coming from behind. The Drake might go down, but how much is it going to cost SK? Loopy off to the side. Hex Flash. Forward in, Shattering Strike still available. Hansama tries to flash out, he cleanses, but it's a little bit too late. Gen X now following, Wind becomes Lightning. Hansama still standing, flash over the wall. Not enough, First Blood coming through. Lebrov will barely be able to escape.
And G2 get caught unaware as they try to approach the Drake.
Top side, you can see now, Caps, despite not having any kills,
yes,
300 gold lead. Reaper backing
go.
away, Loopy overstayed a bit. Stun there from the concussive blows. Yep, another goes through. They're going to donate the kill over to Hansama.
It's one of the classic problems of weaker teams.
Have to move fast if they want to make it happen. They got 4 people. It's a bit desynced though. They need Kadui in the area to go lay down the ultimate. Broken Blade slowly walking away, going in onto Reeker. Lockup is there. Good counter strike going through as well. Flash out from Broken Blade. It's not going to be enough. Kill finish. Kadui grabbing it. Well executed by SK.
And G2, because they decided to try to move to the
bit awkward that they have to concede the Herald, but it is good that Kadui is able to finish that first item, gets the BT. Maybe this opens things up a little bit.
It's definitely bittersweet. The fact that you're able to get that
in the 1 kill. It's only 1 kill. Okay, it undermines the point. But point is, Caps just continuing to scale up, getting the time that he needs to farm on a side lane where Broken Blade and Lebrov might be trouble here bottom lane. Leap through, gets a bit of CC down. Reeker tanking the tower, a bit unfortunate. Kadui now locked up Bukata on the way in. Repeated dives coming in. Reeker free to fire. Wind becoming lightning. Reeker getting out. Ulti goes in from Hansama to clean up 1 though. But SK getting 2.
It's a 2-for-1 for SK, but G2, crucially, are able to siege up this top tower with the Rift Herald and get a tier 2 for Caps here, slowly building this gold lead for him, funneling him more. And now, Broken Blade is far and Caps is still very far away.
Trap onto Genix is okay. I guess they just believe in Skumon to steal, but Loopy's gonna go in and try to start the fight, instantly locking him down the clone on the web, and Skumon's already dead! Perfect combo! The confidence we waited 30 minutes for in game 1 has come full force here in game 2.
And this misplace of tempo from the G2 solo laners. As Rico tries to ult the end, but it doesn't end up making anything. But it's Caps trying to push out this top side. Oh, but G2 want to continue fighting here. SK Genx going in.
Lightning off to the side, still standing tall. Hansama on the way in. Caps doing decent damage. The fall from Bukata is lethal though. Kadui ready to go over the wall if he needs to. Flash in onto Hansama. Kadui unleashing. Double guns going through, but Broken Blade still stands for a second. SK get the fight. And right now, Kadui's got to run for his life. Skumon going in. That MF is probably just dead. Every time we have a... Okay, just for the record, every pretty well on the Wukong so far, but 0-3 for Broken Blade on the Jax. His early prio, willing to blind pick it, getting bit punished. But the Xin...
Or you get caught.
Right here. Okay, Caps does hit like a... We already get the left cone! The edge! Oh, Caitlin's got his eyes in his sight! That pirate is dead! Girl walking!
No! SK!
We've never caster cursed a team more than we have caster cursed this team. My God. G2 immediately going to get Otacon. The blast cone angle was wrong. They failed geometry. They failed trigonometry. It just did not work.
On the bright side for SK.
Stop bright-siding me! That was bad! That was terrible! They can't afford
They're
me!
able to get the mid tower. Kadui is spawning for the Drake. They should be able to get control of this.
G2 backing off. It's on the pink ward. SK, do they want to flip it? Going back to the team. Broken Blade moves to cover. Loopy taking decent damage. Bukata falling off on a Caps. Trying to get the easy out of the fight. He's almost going to get one shot, but not quite. Caps going back in. The bomber! Caps, but he goes golden. He buys a second, and Loopy might already be dead in the meantime. It might not matter. The Drake going down. G2 get it. Despite the knockback, it's like Caps being on the bleeding edge. G2 take the fight.
And it looks so great for SK in the beginning. In this game, one at a time. SK get the initial engage, but it's just not enough. With the counter-strike on the heads of SK's carries, as Broken Blade is.
Okay. And the flash. Oh, God. Okay,
let's never praise the team again.
Is this the only time? Is this every... No more...
This match goes down fast.
Rob there to cover, 6K. Azir shreds this objective. 4 damage, but they're not even going to be able to get in the pit. SK, it's a little bit too late. Now G2 are set up for a great fight. Bukata getting deleted even with the ulti. Kadui throws down the ult, but it doesn't do any damage. LeBron there to block it up. Skumon now starting to spin, and he's certainly starting to win as well. Rika running, extra shielding coming in. Needs to get the hell out, but it's not going to be enough. It just barely is. But he's...
Few of the objectives. He's been farming up a Storm, and his impact in these team fights is
easy. Sieging with Caitlyn, Braum, Azir.
Pretty chill.
Very chill. Trap line set up. Very chill. Trap line set up.
Now Caps is onto mid here as well. Nobody's even contesting him.
5 members. It looks like they want to try and force a man advantage, but in the meantime, the price of even trying to make that play is losing tier 3 mid.
Yeah, Caps just pushes so damn fast with his Nashers too. Immediately now he's able to continue pushing, but
Reeker behind, right into Hansama. Premier target cleanse already going down, but LeBron is ready to body block the bomb, but taking him even closer. Reeker can't do it. Hansama's just too damn clean. LeBron blocks what he needs to, and now Caps is looking to take out Kadui. Mid laners versus AD carries. Mid laners not having a great time, but Caps has backup from the team. Oh, and the Caitlyn to close it!
Oh my God.
Nowhere is safe.
Getting absolutely everything. They take down all of SK. Roadshow be damned. G2 are taking the series 2-0.
No hope left to sniff, Mr. Spectra. G2.
It's been sniffed out.
Yeah, it's been sniffed out. 12K lead. G2 dominant across the series. You can nitpick all you want, but on the day, by far...
For commencer, congratulations. What do you think in this game for made the difference?
The difference was that we played very good as a team. We had a big goal from last weeks, you know. We didn't want to repeat Madrid. So far, I'm liking France much more already since we brought a game home, so I'm happy.
It's not your first event in France. I see you in France earlier. What do you think of the audience, the French audience, and what's like to play in such conditions?
The French audience is always great, especially the blue wall. I see a lot of blue wall here. It's great. The last time I was in France, I won as well. And tomorrow, I'm sorry, I will have to win it as well, guys.
Il a prévenu, demain il sera aussi là pour gagner. Thank you, Broken Blade, for this answer. Bon, ça va être un petit peu plus simple en français, comme tu peux le remarquer. Hans, déjà, qu'est-ce que ça te fait, toi, encore une fois, de jouer devant le public français, sachant que tu viens d'ici, on t'a vu naître, on t'a vu grandir, on t'a vu évoluer. Maintenant, c'est à toi de nous donner des leçons.
Ouais, ça fait vraiment du bien. Je suis toujours si content de jouer devant le public français. Et ouais, merci de tout le soutien. Et vraiment, le bruit, c'est vraiment le best.
Il parle de vous. Il parle de vous. Est-ce que tu peux revenir rapidement sur la saison de G2 parce que forcément, elle est un peu à double visage, même si c'est les playoffs qui vont compter pour vous. On a eu la Carmine sur le premier split qui a surpris énormément en allant gagner. Waouh. Est-ce que tu peux revenir rapidement sur G2 et cette saison surtout?
Cette saison, ce spring split, j'ai l'impression qu'on underperforme un peu.
Ils sont à la maison, forcément.
Throws me back a little bit to the old tier sometimes, you know.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I mean, it's a very lively stadium.
Yeah.
Even though it's like a lot less people in the stadium, you can still like feel the vibe,
Yeah.
you know. So it's cool to play. It's cool to play in these kind of stadiums.
Well, go ahead, yeah.
How are you tracking these two progress towards playoffs now? Because you have locked playoffs with that victory, but it still seems like there's some things you need to iron out. How are you guys tracking yourself on your way to playoffs and hopefully contending for a title again?
I mean, for us, I'm not gonna lie, we had a sloppy start, you know. And I mean, in the middle, like we just kind of had really bad practice, and at the same time, we didn't really click well together. Right now, it's where it's starting, you know. Like I feel like we showed that last week, and for us, it's you know, like from square one, we are starting to understand like how are we supposed to play together with this 5 set of players. And I'm very confident in going there and getting there. And tomorrow is going to be a big test because I think Casey is strong. So I'm eager to see how we will perform.
Key player of the series was Hansama. What did you think about his performance? On stage, and do you feel like it changed something for him playing in front of French audience, maybe?
Well, I think Hansama, you know, is playing great. He plays always with a lot of confidence, you know. And obviously today he played great. I think he's very confident when it comes to Caitlyn, you know. And also, what did he play the first game? I already forgot. Kaisa, yeah. I mean, it's just champs that Hans plays very well. I think in the first game it's a bit more fast champ. Second game he plays slow, but he can play those champions both very well. It's both different play styles, but I think he showcased a great performance today.
All right. So we're gonna give one more baguette point to Hansama, and Bibi, I want to give you the context on this. We wanna celebrate the French-speaking players playing here in France. So every time they do something good, whether it's in game or they display aura on stage, we give them a baguette point. Between Skewmond and Hansama, who do you think should have the most baguette points for this series?
Like
you can say both.
I would say right now because he got the MVP, I would say slightly bigger baguette.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they can show more tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully the baguettes will grow.
Yeah, the baguettes goes tomorrow against Casey. Anyway, we have a second series on our hand, and I caught up with Niski earlier today ahead of the face-off against Casey. So let's check out what he had to say. Bonjour tout le monde, hello everyone, and we're back here ahead of Vitality versus Coming Up. I have Niski, of course, with me. Niski, how do you feel about this one? How do you feel about taking down Casey in their own house?
I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I think their fans probably think that we'll get stomped, but I don't think so. So yeah, it will be fun showing them what we can do.
What you gonna do to them?
I mean, I will stomp bot lane. I don't know about the map, but I will stomp bot lane for sure.
Yeah. You feel confident that you guys can make it happen? I mean, it's been... Oh. Hello.
Hello. What did you say, Niski?
I will stomp bot lane.
You will stomp bot lane? Will you play Nico today? Because I hope so.
Maybe, we'll see.
Kamel, anything you want to add about facing Vitality? I mean, especially this.
This clown, I think it's gonna be fun. The crowd will welcome Niski very warmly, I think.
I'm sure they will, yeah.
And I can't wait to see what he's gonna play.
All right, well, I'm excited as well, guys. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Good luck on stage. And over to me, I guess. The change of confidence in Niski. Super happy to step on stage, and then Kameto comes in. And he disappears completely, guys.
He just got ganked.
Yeah, just got ganked. Actually, Kameto used to be a professional jungler, so that makes sense. But there's a lot of history between Niski and Karmine Corp, of course. Kameto and Niski are close friends. And when Niski was announced playing for Vitality as a support, all the players were like, we got our eyes on you. We got our eyes on you. We're going to come for you and we're going to smoke you. Are they going to smoke Niski today? That's my question.
He's definitely playing 1v10,000 right now. It's like him against the world right now, stepping onto that stage. He knows the crowd is against him. And he has had a bit of a rough start to the support role. But I really think this is the time to show that this is where you belong.
But I'm curious, Bibi, Niski's a good friend of you. Targa's a former teammate. How are you rating today's matchup between the two of them?
I mean, you know, like I know both. Niski is the more talkative type. Targamas is more, you know, skill-focused type, and like, you know, like cheeky little picks kind of vibe. You know, I think if Targa actually gets